Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm going to share my 52 tags handmade weeks 5 through 8. This is the little title card that I made for my bundle of tags. So the 5th tag was kisses. So cross stitches and X's for kisses. I added a little padded heart, some vintage fabric, and this is a bias tape, an unfolded bias tape, vintage bias tape. A little piece of trim, and that's number 5. And then number 6 was bevy of buttons, and I quilted this fabric. This is a scrap of new fabric. Get rid of the cat hair. And I quilted the fabric with little French knots and pistol stitches and running stitches, and then added green buttons. When Anne Brooke did hers, she did some sewing outside the buttons, and I couldn't believe I never thought of doing that or have seen it before, so I had to do some sewing outside the buttons, and I kind of went crazy with this one with different patterns of sewing outside the buttons. So I actually have 2 for number 6. And then number 7 was hexies or hexagons. And this was challenging because these tiny pieces of fabric, it's very hard to fold them and keep them folded down, but I really like that folding pattern. That's, you take a circle and you fold the bottom up to the center, and then you fold each side to the center, and it makes a hexagon. And then I just did some slow stitching around the outsides of that and added some buttons. And number 8 was French knots, pistol stitch, and bullion stitch. And so I did French knots around the edge of this fabric. It had a checkerboard on the edge, but when I cut the circle it just left a little bit of checkerboard, and I put the French knots in the centers of these different little checkerboards, and some French knots at the bottom, and then some pistol stitch up here, and then I wrapped the bullion stitch around the pistol stitch to make the flowers, and then did some slow stitching around the edge of that. So that's my 4 plus 1 for the month of February, numbers 5 through 8. And I can put them on my ring. And it's starting to get full, and we're only 2 months into it. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day crafting. Bye-bye.